Hello, my fellow travelers. Welcome back to Airport CEO. My name is CJ, and it's great to have you here once again. Before we begin, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to be putting info up on the right hand side of the screen. Just click onto it and you'll be able to watch episode 1 before you continue here. Okay, guys, really appreciate you watching it so that you'll be caught up before we can with everything that we have done so far in the first episode. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Alright, so if you're all ready, let's begin and jump straight into this episode. For the eagle eye viewers here, I've actually made some changes. The first change here is this little item here, which is called a blast fence. Now what this does is that it prevents any sonic boom from the aircraft when they're taking off from reaching and affecting anywhere else. So especially these other aircraft here that are parked or anything else on this side of the airfield will be protected when the aircraft actually take off. Another change we've made is I put down what are called PAPI lights here. Now what these lights do is in the night when the aircrafts are landing, this is actually a marker that the pilots can use to let them know where the runway actually begins. And finally, we actually put a fence all around our airport. Now, for those of you that watched the first episode, you know we've had some uninvited guests, so we shouldn't have those anymore now, which is great, because we definitely need to get rid of that. Alright, so let's jump straight into this episode. And for this episode, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be actually offering aircraft refueling service to the airplanes that come to our airport. But before we can do that, we have to actually set up somewhere to put down our vehicle depot and the Avgas fuel depot. So that's what I'm in the process of doing now. I'm just designing this road because this road is actually going to have two purposes. One is going to be for our future planning for when we decide to build our airport infrastructure, which all being well should be done in the next episode, episode 3. So do stay tuned for that one, guys. That one may be a little longer than this one, so look out for that one. What I'm doing now is just trying to line up exactly where I want this vehicle depot to go, because I want it to be in line with the service roads, which is the roads that you see that are above where the airplanes park. We're going to be connecting that road all along from the vehicle depot to the Avgas fuel station and also around with other taxi stands. Alright, and as you see here, they're delivering the goods for constructions, and my workers are busy trying to get it actually done as fast as possible. So I'm just laying down the small Avgas station right beside the vehicle depot, and then I believe the next thing I'm gonna do is actually think about putting down the vehicle checkpoint. Right, so this is very important. This is what's going to be used for any vehicles that have to do with any airport facilities. That's what they're going to be used to enter the aircraft. Because the airport is a secure zone, so we have to make sure that only the right vehicles are allowed in there. So we're going to put this down, I believe, right here. And then what we're going to do is actually place two sets of roads. So one is going to be the service road and one is going to be the public road. So this first one I'm putting down here now is actually the public road. So this one is going to be connecting down to the service checkpoint from the public road that is coming into the airport down below. And then we're going to put our service road now from the other side up to our vehicle depot and our fuel depot. So you're going to see very shortly that I do that. I'm just checking something here first, and then I'm going to go into our build menu and select the service road. Actually, I was about to do this here, but then I realized that I have the wrong road. I'm going to go into our build menu, right, select the service road and connect all of these up, guys. Now, I was asking you guys in the last episode to tell me everyone that actually was able to travel and how was that experience going for you guys. Can let me know in this episode as well. Hopefully it's getting better regardless of this whole pandemic situation. because we want to get it to back. It won't go exactly back to normal as it was before, but you know, some sort of normalcy so that it's not as weird as it might be right now. Right? So I'm just getting some concrete down now where the service road ends, because otherwise it's going to look a bit off. And then here I'm going to be putting down some directions so that what I realized is that in this game sometimes the AI they need some help, and I'm a bit OCD when it comes to, you know, vehicles going the way that I want them to go and not turning around where they probably shouldn't turn around. So what I'm doing now is just putting on some road directions so that the service vehicles, when they come in, they know where to drive, and also our vehicles as well. And then I'm also gonna have to put on some more service road. You're gonna see that shortly because I realize that I don't have enough. So I'm gonna have to put some close to where our fuel depot station is located. But we'll get to that shortly. I'm just continuing to put down the one-way direction sign so that we have one way in, guys, one way out. Alright, our tutorial here is just helping us get along. We're going to put that away for now. And then I should be able to get some more road directions up here shortly as well. And then, as I said, we're going to go ahead and put down some more service road. So that should be coming up anytime now. I believe it's here I realized that I actually need some more road. So I'm going to go back into our build menu and actually put that down right now. And then also put down our one-way road directions as well. So that, as I said, the vehicles know where to go without any issues. And as you see, it's actually getting close to nighttime now. So we'll get to see the airport with all the lights. And I think this is a very nice view, especially in the game, because it actually brings everything to life. I'm going to be checking to make sure that my workers get the equipment, because I'm not seeing here where anybody is coming up to actually put down the service road here for us. Oh, there they are. Well, I actually went ahead and checked down here because I didn't see anything. But I actually just saw two of them up there a while ago. So when I go back, I should see that it's complete, which is great. And as I said, see the lights coming up now, guys. I think this is a really good view at night. Alright, and this is just telling us that we're almost ready to get the service done for our refueling. So we're going to put that away for now, because the next thing we're going to do is actually go ahead and put up some fencing so that we separate the public road from the airport itself. And because the airport, as I say, is a secure zone, so the runway and all that kind of stuff, we need to separate it from the public road. The road you see on the left is the road that the cars are going to use when they actually are going into the airport. So we just have to fence this off so that, you know, we don't have anyone trying to get into the runway and causing any trouble. Because I'm not sure if you're aware, but when it comes to civil aviation, anything you have to do with the airport, any offense, it's a major offense and you can serve severe time in prison. So we're not trying to encourage anyone to do that. So we're going to try to keep the area as secure as possible. And I think I'm going to be actually adding some more road, because what we're going to do is that in the next episode, all being well, we're going to start on the design of our airport infrastructure. But I have to actually add in some more public road here, because I want a system where we have up to a certain point two lanes, right, going in and 2 lanes coming out. So that's what I'm in the process of doing here now. So this is where the road is going to end for now, but the next episode, or maybe off camera, I may just add it up some more. We'll see. But do look out for episode 3, guys. It's going to be where we actually start to kick things off and get a bit more hectic. Now, it may have more than one part, because depending on how I design it, it may take more than one episode. So we'll see how that goes, guys. So right now I'm just fencing off the public road from the actual runway, so that, you know, as I said, no one tries to get any bright ideas to try to come in where they're not wanted. And you see my men, they're running very quickly to try to get this built for us as quickly as possible. Alright, so it's looking good so far for me here. Alright, so let's see. I'm just taking a look here, making sure everything is where I need it to be. And it looks good so far. So now the next thing I think we have to do is actually go ahead and finish off our service roads, because this is what our service vehicles are going to use to actually be able to attend to each plane that's on the taxi stand. So we have to make sure this goes all the way around, give them the easiest access so that they don't have any issues. And once we do that, we're going to do the one-way system again. As you see, you have one way going left, one way going right. We're just going to continue that so that everyone knows where to go and we don't have any issues in terms of moving around to the taxi stands. Alright guys? And this is where the music begins to kick off as well. Alright, so I think that should complete everything there. I'm just going to go ahead and actually get the one-way labeling system done. And then after that, we should actually be pretty good. I'm not seeing my guys coming yet to actually start constructing, but they should be showing up shortly, I hope. Ah, there they are. You can see them running very quickly to try to start building on the service road for me here. And as you see, it's starting to take shape, which is awesome. I'm thinking that the ATC tower, I may relocate it. I'm not sure is it. What do you guys think? What do you think I should put it, or do you think it's okay where it is right there? No, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. Alright, so again, our little menu here is telling us that we can actually go ahead and get the refueling service done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our main menu, go to vehicles, because we have to actually purchase the fuel trucks, right? And we're going to purchase 2 of them. And then the next thing we have to do is now go ahead and sign a fuel contract, because we don't have any as yet. And I believe that I'm gonna realize that very shortly, because here's where we turn on the Avgas, but we can't turn it on as yet because we don't have any contracts with any Avgas suppliers. So right, this is where I go back in, we go to our economy, and then we go to offer contracts, and we filter it down by fuel, and we're going to sign heavy fuel here. And then once we do that, now we should see both our aircraft fuel trucks and the fuel trucks coming to fill the fuel depot, and here they come. So those are what the fuel trucks that we've actually rented, and the ones behind now are the Avgas to come to fuel or fueling depot. I'm just going to change the color here. Being that it's jet fuel, I'm going to paint them black. I think that only makes sense. And then I'm also going to assign them to our vehicle depot. That way they know, where to go when they're not doing anything. Alright, so I think I was able to get that done now. And then we're going to turn on the Avgas fuel service. So this way, when planes come, they now know that they can get refueled. So if they have to go somewhere far, they can come, get refueled, and then be on their way. Alright, and I think we're going to actually be able to see one of the planes actually getting refueled. Alright, this is just telling us that we've actually opened the refueling service, which is great. And then we're gonna zoom in a bit. Actually, we have to get this runway repaired. That's one thing that I forgot to mention in the last episode, that these runways, after a while, you have to ensure that they're kept operational, because they do run down just like in real life. Alright guys, so I'm just checking our fuel station to make sure that it's full, which it is. And right, we're going to actually be able to see one of our fuel trucks here filling up our airplane, and then they can be on their way. And then after that, guys, I think we're going to call it for this episode here today. This was supposed to be a shorter episode, but you know, sometimes stuff doesn't go the way you want. Next episode though, do tune in. I have some big plans. We're gonna think about designing our structure for our airport. It won't be a big one yet, but we have to start somewhere, so we're gonna start pretty small, and it's gonna be in this area over here. So thank you so much guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. You enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.